For the first time, we're hearing from the man accused of being one of the state's most prolific serial killers. Jurors in the capital murder trial of Billy Chemirmir watched some video of his police interrogation today during day number 3 of his trial. Andrea Lucia, live from the Frank Crowley Courthouse to bring you up to speed on this day. Andrea?
Yeah, Doug, this has been the longest day of trial yet. Billy Chemirmir spoke to police for hours, and we were able to watch long segments of that interview. He seemed surprisingly calm throughout, and no matter what evidence he was confronted with, he stuck to a story that police say just doesn't make sense.
And I'm getting out, and the next thing I open the door, he comes on the door. Wow. I was like...
Billy Chemirmir laughed and smiled at times while being questioned by police after his arrest.
Well, you're going to go to jail for murder, okay?
What?
You're going to jail for murder.
During the hours-long interview, he repeatedly expressed disbelief at accusations he'd murdered the victim, Luthi Harris, in her Dallas home.
Which house?
The house in Dallas.
I did not move in Dallas.
Chemirmir said he'd purchased an envelope of $2 bills a few days earlier from someone in Fort Worth and a jewelry box from someone else 20 minutes before his arrest. But he struggled to provide details like who he bought the items from, how they'd been in contact, and how much he had paid.
He's having to think about what he's going to tell me, and it's not coming out.
When asked why he'd thrown the jewelry box in his dumpster, he said he decided he didn't actually want it.
The person that you murdered, you had their property, okay? You had their money. You had their jewelry. And you had their jewelry box.
Walmart's surveillance video shows the two did cross paths. Though there's no apparent interaction between the two, they can be seen leaving within less than a minute of each other. They take off in the same direction. Hours later, Harris was dead and Chemirmir in custody.
Well, the families of Chemirmir's alleged victims have been vocal throughout this trial, but today they declined all on-camera interviews. This was the first day for almost all of them to hear Chemirmir's voice and to see his unmasked face outside of a mugshot. And they said it was emotionally difficult. One said it's just hard not imagining that that is the last thing our own mothers saw and heard. Live in Dallas, Andrea Lucia, CBS 11 News.
It's hard to even imagine.